two foreign-born yokozuna clearly in the lead. It's tempting to think that Japanese sumo is declining, but such is the eternal nature of this 2,000-year-old sport. The tough ones slowly but constantly emerge from the lower divisions. Exciting new ones at present include Tochinonada, Hayateumi, Aminishiki, Takanowaka, and Miyabiyama. Yes, he's only in his 10th basho. Makuuchi basho. Of the older ones, Kaiho appears reborn, Musayama has recovered from his lower back injury, and Wakanosato is back on form after his knee injury. So as we go into day 13, it's Musashi Maru in the lead with 12 straight wins, and Akebono one step behind with 11 wins and 1 loss. Now, first bout of day 13 between Tokitsuumi and Hamanoshima. Hamanoshima there in the purple mawashi. Was once as high as Komusubi rank. It's now down to Maegashira 13, near the bottom of the heap. But he's back on the trail again. Comes from the same stable as Higonoumi, both from the Nihogaseki stable. Well, these two, Tokitsuumi on the left and Hamanoshima, have fought each other 7 times previously. Tokitsuumi's won 4 of them, and that makes 5. And so that's Tokitsuumi nearing the end of the basho with 5 wins. Not doing too well at this time round. Previous basho he had 9 wins, and that was the 5th loss for Hamanoshima. Now the next bout between Tochisakae. Well, he came into the into sumo rather 7 years ago. It's taken him 7 years to climb up to the Makuuchi division, fighting Aminishiki there. But it's Tochisakae who skids over on that slippery surface, and Aminishiki takes his 7th win. Tochisakae's okay in his first Makuuchi basho. He's had 8 wins so far. Now, Asanowaka, his old compatriot, Mito Izumi, announced his retirement today. It was Mito Izumi, otherwise known as the Salt Shaker, used to chuck a load of massive handfuls of salt in the ring. Well, Asanowaka's just chucking in a mere dribble of salt. There, Asanowaka did well there. Managed to turn Kinkaiyama around and shoved him out from behind. So that was 8 losses for Kinkaiyama and Makikoshi. And the 5th much-needed win for Asanowaka. Not doing too well in the last 3 bashos is Asanowaka. Now, Higonoumi showering the ring with salt there against Toki in the bright orange mawashi. Now, Toki's he's Tsupari now. They're getting used to it, some of these wrestlers. They're closing him down. They're moving in tight, as did Higonoumi there. And up close, of course, those long arms of Toki not very effective against the face and the upper body. So he's been having a bit of a hard time against the Yokozuna and the Ozekis. That was his 8th loss. It's Toki's 8th loss, and Makikoshi for him. So a drop down the ranks, certainly in the next basho. Now Takatoriki against Tamakasuga. Head-banging start there from the Tachiai, these two. Takatoriki lost it there, got sidestepped, and Tamakasuga managed to get round behind and eventually pushed him out. So that was the 6th win for Tamakasuga and the 9th loss for Tamakasuga. Now Kyokutenho, gentle character by all accounts, scared stiff of his oyakata as well. And here fighting Oginishiki. Oginishiki on the right there, closes in very quickly and drives him out with the oshidashi. That's the push out, hands on the body and a straight push over the edge of the ring. 4th win for Oginishiki. Not doing as well as his previous basho when he had 7 wins and 8 losses, but a couple more bouts to go so he can even it up a bit. It's a good view there of the sacred dohyo from the long shot. It's a huge hanging roof, the tsuriyane, hanging over the ring, weighs 13 tons. Now our next fight, it's Hayateumi here, who's doing extremely well. He's got 7 wins so far. He's fighting Wakanosato, who's back after his knee operation. Now, Wakanosato extremely powerful, but Hayateumi's got that magic quality. He's not so big, he's only 130 kilos, but he somehow has been beating a lot of the top men this basho. Previous basho he had 8-7, and today on the 13th day that's also 8 wins. So he'll almost certainly do better than this previous basho. And there's a possibility of promotion up to Komusubi next time round. Lightweight wrestler coming up next, Kaiho, a mere 125 kilos. He's an intense trainer, is Kaiho's. Over last Christmas, he was training alone in the stable while all the other wrestlers were wrestling. And Kaiho there is good at attacking from the side. You can see that constant pressure of his. He tries to get round the side of the wrestler, and once he gets round there, he's extremely dangerous, and Kotoryu is having a struggle there. And what a mix of techniques from Kaiho. And Kotoryu not looking too happy. That's his 12th loss. He's only had 1 win so far in this whole basho. 12th loss for Kotoryu and 6th win for Kaiho. So still a chance for Kaiho to get Kachikoshi, the magic rank establishing number. It's 8 wins or more. Now Tosanoumi, big man, 160 kilos, fighting Tochinonada at 165, slightly heavier. 2 quite tall wrestlers. They fought each other 8 times previously. Tosanoumi's won 5 of them, and that makes it 6. Well, Tochinonada came in hard there, but his feet skidded away. Once they lean in at too much of an angle, then there's no purchase on the clay and the sand of the dohyo. The feet skid away, and that's exactly what happened to Tochinonada there. Now Kotonowaka, 7 wins so far. He wins this one, that will give him his Kachikoshi. Same for Takanonami, he's got 7 wins. So the winner here will breathe a sigh of relief. That's the tension-releasing moment when they get that 8 wins or more. So now 2 huge wrestlers locked in tight. Kotonowaka, 173 kilos. That's an overarm throw attempt there from Takanonami, and Takanonami takes it. And that's Kachikoshi for the ex-Ozeki, a man who was at Ozeki rank consecutively for a number of years. And that's 8 wins for him, better than his last 3 bashos when he scored 7, 6 and then 7. So finally he gets Kachikoshi. The last time he got Kachikoshi was the first basho of the year. That was in January this year. Now, Akinoshima, the tank, 152 kilos, short and squat, against Chiyotenzan, 151 kilos, weight-wise, not much in it. Both had a good basho last time. Akinoshima had 8 wins, Chiyotenzan 10, and that's Chiyotenzan with his 4th win, and 8th loss, Akinoshima, and Makikoshi for him. So Chiyotenzan not doing so well this time round. Some quite wide swings in the scores they get from basho to basho. Previous one, he had 10 scores. This one, 4 at this point. Now Takanowaka, one of the new stars, fighting Musoyama. These 2 have fought twice previously. Musoyama won both of them. Now, Musoyama's got 8 wins. He needs 10 wins to get back up to Ozeki rank. It's easier getting back to the rank than it is to get it in the first place. Only 10 wins required, and that's the 9th win for Musoyama. He's getting closer and closer to recovery to his old position. The Ozeki rank, of course, being the 2nd one from the top. Yokozuna, the very top rank, the grand champion. Ozeki below that. So a bit of prize money there for Musoyama after that win. Takanowaka notching up his 8th loss, and Makikoshi. Noisy crowd here in the Kokugikan this time. It's these young ones, these new ones that excite and create a lot of interest. Tochinahana has got 7 wins, as has Miyabiyama. Once again, the winner here. Get that majority of wins, the 8 wins or more, and that's a good start. Heads just slightly to one side, not head-on, head-banging start. Miyabiyama trying to throw there, and that's a loss for the Ozeki. Tochinahana gains his 8th win and his Kachikoshi. Of course, for some wrestlers, they're in the race for the Emperor's Cup, and Kachikoshi is not so relevant. But for these ones lower down who are not in the race, it's the all-important thing that they're aiming for. 8 wins there for Tochinonada, and a 6th loss for Miyabiyama. So let's watch that one again. That was a good bout. Head slightly to one side when they come out. Miyabiyama leaning in, but being driven back at this stage. Tries to recover, but Tochinonada is lifting him up, floating him up. Miyabiyama tries that throw on the left there, then grabs round the neck. Sure sign of desperation there. Drops on his back. And that's the end of him for that bout. Now here's a man who's got 9 wins and 3 losses. He's been set back. He injured his thumb very badly before this basho, and it's been giving him a lot of trouble. We've seen that in the previous days. Perhaps if it wasn't for that, he might well have been in the race. With 3 losses, he's not going to be in contention for the Emperor's Cup. Here against Wakanoyama on the right. 160 kilos, and Kaiho looking massively strong these days. He flipped Wakanoyama over. It's 160 kilos of him, 25 stone. With ease, hardly looks stressed at all, does Kaiho. Said that he's got the grip strength of 100 kilos. That's 100 kilos, 220 pounds of pressure in his hands. So a very strong man there at 172 kilos. Let's watch that one. So slight turn to the side as they come up from the tachiai, but he gets quickly round the side, takes his hand over the top and spins Wakanoyama over with the overarm throw, the uwatenage. And now the first of the Yokozuna. This is the man who's in the lead, 12 straight wins. Fighting Chiyotenzan. Now Chiyotenzan, we know, will come out like a rocket. He'll try and blast Musashi Maru back with a head charging start. The head will go straight for Musashi Maru's face, no doubt. That's his normal pattern. Although he has been known recently to vary that a bit, but mainly against people who charge out on him. Well, there it goes. Head into the chest, and he's trying to blast the big man back. But look at that. Chiyotenzan's foot skidded away. He looks a bit miffed about that one. Well, he had the big man on the run a bit. I wouldn't say that Musashi Maru was in danger there. He was driven back a bit, but he looked comfortable. And then the sheer bulk of Chiyotenzan stopped him, or the sheer bulk, I should say, of Musashi Maru stopped Chiyotenzan dead, and his foot skidded away. So 13 straight wins for Musashi Maru. And of course the big question is, let's watch that one again, is he going to get 15 straight wins for this tournament? Well, Chiyotenzan there opens up well, but look at that, his feet skid away. Looked a moment of carelessness, really. He wasn't exactly leaning in at an angle against the Yokozuna, but it is a slippery surface. It's clay, and the clay is a loose covering on top. A lot of sand, of course, as well. Now, Akebono has got 1 loss. Can't afford to lose as we come up towards the end of this basho. Musashi Maru needs 1 more win, certainly tomorrow, to guarantee it. Dejima here, 163 kilos, Akebono 236. These two have fought 10 times and each has won 5 times. Well, that's grim determination on Dejima's face. And there's a slap from Akebono, and Akebono loses. He gets dragged down. That's 2 losses for Akebono. Now that opens up the victory now for Musashi Maru. There's 2 more days to go. So possibilities of 2 losses for Musashi Maru, which would even it up. But if Musashi Maru gets 1 win tomorrow or the day after, that'll do the trick. So that's Dejima with his 10th win as he downed the big Yokozuna, Akebono. So at the end of day 13, it's Musashi Maru in the lead, with Akebono there, who just bit the dust, taking his 2nd loss, 11 wins and 2 losses. Behind them, Dejima, 10-3, Kaiho, 10-3, and Chiyotenzan, Musoyama and Wakanosato with 9 wins and 4 losses. So this is the man. It looks like he's going to take the cup. But stay with us, we'll be back very shortly with more sumo after the break.